Hello everyone and welcome to another NASCAR Racing 2003 live stream. How is everyone doing today? Excuse me. Thank you very much for joining right off the bat. If you guys could please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks to all of you that are subscribers. Thank you for all your support. Just pulling up my preview on my laptop to make sure everything is operational. For those of you interested, I have some social media links down in the description. Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. Alright, laptop is good. Alright, once again, how is everyone doing? Thanks for joining in. As you can see by the title of today's live stream, I'm going to be attempting to recreate Jimmy Horton's flip over the wall in 1993 at Talladega SuperSpeedway. I believe the DieHard 500. And I was, this is one of those wrecks where I was on the fence about because another driver that was involved, Stanley Smith, had a near-fatal injury, but he was in fact okay and recovered as best as you could from something like that, and he didn't die from it, so that clause doesn't stop me from doing this wreck because no one was actually long-term injured from it. Hold on, what did I just do? There we go. Alright, pulling up the preview. Alright, here's the Creator Studio. Go over the other tab. Thanks to NASCAR All Out for the capture like usual. Alright, so here we see his car already over the banking down on the bottom of the track, and we will see a replay shortly. Somehow he walked away from that after flying over the track and tumbling down that 40-50 foot banking, however tall it is. So as you see, there's about 15-20 cars in this pack. A few of them get together. Start right here is Jimmy Horton's car, and he gets clipped really similar to how Ricky Craven starts to turn over a few years later. He gets clipped and starts tumbling up the track. Tumbling, gets pushed by the other cars, and goes over. And right there is Stanley Smith, the one that I was talking about that got seriously injured, but ended up recovering. Rick Mast is there involved. I'm not sure those other two cars. Loy Allen Jr., apparently, I just heard the commentator say. Is there another replay? Yeah, let's see that one more time without me interrupting it. So a few cars get together, spins. Stanley Smith clips Jimmy Horton, sends him over. Jimmy tumbles up the track on top of the wall for a few seconds and then spins around and starts tumbling down the banking. It's a little hard to see because there's a lot of smoke, but I've seen this replay probably 2,000 times. Alright, back to the game. Player info. We're using the Cup 90 mod, as you can see. Nope, not the number 5. What was I using the number 5 for? Marquee. Where's the 32? 93 Horton. Here we have his car paint scheme. Single race. 1993 roster. Let's turn this down to around 20 cars or so, just because I'm going to do it in race mode, and I'm going to have just have that pack be about the same size as it was in the replay, about 15-20 cars or so. Cloudy, realistic. Alright, everything else looks good. Alright, so just so I can give you guys an example, I'm going to show you what the track grip is set at right now. Limit 7. Basically, I have the grip set to a level, as you can see by the quick acceleration, where if I get sideways, I'll start tumbling up the track. I was doing some tests last night, hence the thumbnail. Oops, I messed that one up. But yeah, you can see I have the grip up a little bit, obviously. So that'll probably help me tumble out of the track, which I successfully did a few times during the tests to make the thumbnail. There we go. Oh, except I just missed going over the wall. But yeah, you can see what I have the track grip set at. I believe it's at like 2.6 for both the concrete and asphalt. Alright, but now we'll start trying some attempts with the actual other cars involved too.
Drivers, start your engines.
Whoa. Alright, so Jimmy was... I'm gonna try... I believe no paint scheme exists for Stanley Smith's car, which is actually fine because I don't want to be trying to purposely recreate an aspect of the wreck where someone got seriously injured, so it's fine if he is left out. I know all these other cars aren't probably the proper cars that were involved. I'm just doing random drivers from the 93 car set. I'll try to get someone sideways, have them clip me, because it was another car that started spinning before Horton did. So I'll try to like maybe spin a car and then either get clipped by someone else or just turn hard up the track and start tumbling and hopefully go out of the ballpark. You can see them bouncing a little bit right there from the track grip being turned up a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna obviously wait to get up to speed. Try it on the second lap, going into turn 1. Alright, we're approaching turn 1. I'm gonna try to just get Martin sideways first. Oh, get off the apron. Oh. Car feels really floaty right now. Alright, so Martin. Oh, that didn't quite work out how I wanted it to. And the track grip being turned up is evident with Jimmy Spencer going 20 feet through the air right there. Alright, we'll try that again.
Drivers, start your
I might have to turn the AI grip modifier down. Because I was unable to turn Martin without myself just being thrown to the left too, as you can see in the replay. Not the replay of the I was watching the preview, which has about a 15-second delay. Alright, so this time I don't know if I want to try one more time. I'll just try having a car clip me and turning up the track. I won't worry about trying to spin another car first. The man in black. Oh, that was almost my fault. Or that was my fault that we almost got spun right there. All right, 3, 2, 1, green flag. So from the replay, it looked like he was like 4th or 5th on the bottom line when he got turned. So maybe I'll have Bodine clip me. send me up the track. Whoa, there's a wreck. God damn it. I didn't even mean to do that. But we'll still try anyway, even though they're going to be slowing down for the yellow flag after we cross the start-finish line. Even though they're going to be slowing down right after we cross the start-finish line, I'm still going to try. And I messed it up. Gotta love how easily it is to flip when you turn the grip up. Alright, so what wreck did I cause on the back stretch? I got Waltrip and Bodine together. Alright, third time's the charm.
Drivers, start your engines.
Yeah, I'll try my darndest not to spin anyone out before I have to this time. Tried Stewart's block and flip at Talladega. That was one of my really early reenactments that I actually thought was decent, but I got a crap load of shit for it because I used the Gen 6 cars, which came out 1 year later. People were freaking out in the video, acting as if I was using cars from like the 1940s to try to reenact it. It was in late 2000, or was it the fall race or the spring race? I can't remember. I think it was the fall race, and yeah, Gen 6 came out like a few months later, and everyone was freaking out because I unknowingly used the Gen 6 cars for it. So, I will have to do a remake, a redemption for some of my earlier bad reenactments. Always trying to improve on my work, even stuff I've already done. Alrighty, not gonna spin anyone out before we get to turn 1 this time. So this will all be 2 wide or so in the pack. I'll get clipped by someone, get sent up the track, hopefully tumble up and over the wall. Have a few cars, hopefully get together as well for good measure, since there were a few others involved. What the hell just happened to Rusty? Did you see that? He's like hit his brakes. Messed that one up. Try that again. 4th time's the charm.
Drivers, start your engines.
I think after a couple more attempts, I'm noticing some settings I might want to adjust. Want to turn the AI panic decel and decel down a little bit, and also the AI grip modifier. Those 2 things seem to be hampering my attempts so far. Alright, let's try this again. then get all up to speed and sort it out, and then I'll figure out where I need to be once we get around by the tri-oval. No! I didn't mean for that to happen. God damn it. Trying to bump draft Mark Martin, I accidentally hooked him. Alright, no, not tow truck. Try that again. Alright, maybe by the 5th time we'll actually get a decently close attempt. Where I don't screw up the attempt beforehand. That was a cool flip, though. Ugh. Oops. Sorry, Martin. Alright, wait till turn 1 to flip this time. Simulation races. I try to do actual races every once in a while, except I suck so bad it's making me kind of lose motivation to do future ones. Alright. Don't flip until turn 1. And flip, go over the wall. And actually, it's gonna start wiggling and turn sideways. Oh, nope. Stupid Rusty Wallace hit me. Alright, try that again. Alright, after a couple more tries, I'm probably gonna... I want to turn the difficulty up a little bit, actually. Turn the AI grip modifier down a tad. Same with their decel and panic decel. And also maybe reduce the number of cars by just a couple. I'll try 2 more times and then I'll try making those tweaks to see if we get any better results afterwards. .420. Look how kind of short the grandstands were in the tri-oval during this time. Like before they made them way more expanded and taller. gonna hook Mark Martin again. So that's why I wanted to turn the AI difficulty up almost a little bit, because they're almost going a little too slow. Something with these Cup 90 cars on certain tracks, they're like, kind of act weird. With the CTS physics. Alright, so I'm gonna do what I did last time, just kinda... Aw, nope.
You all right?
Darn it. I think TV2 is the closer one. Yeah. Alright, so we're yet to actually get over the wall. Next attempt. One more before we try making some tweaks. And I'll take my first sip of this beer for the stream. 25 minutes after I cracked it open, taking my first sip. Excuse me. Get off the grass. Get off the grass, Snoop Dogg. Accidentally drifted into the infield watching the delayed replay on my laptop. Alrighty. Last attempt before I make some tweaks. By the way, I'm still looking daily for the Timothy Peters 99 paint scheme for his Texas wreck, but still no luck yet. I'll probably hold off doing a part 2 until that paint scheme comes out. I want to thank you guys for watching that stream yesterday. It's already over 2,000 views. Not too bad for one of my videos to get 2,000 views in under 24 hours. I'm not PewDiePie or anything, so those numbers are actually pretty good for me. Alright. Try this once more before we get out of the game and try tweaking some stuff. Whoa, Rusty. Try doing what I did last time and get sideways. Come on. Ah, nope. Nope. It's probably the hardest someone's ever backed into the inside wall in one of the SuperSpeedway turns. Alright, we will try now tweaking some settings to hopefully get a few better results. Alrighty. So I will bring you over. Here's my super speedways, all my backup super speedways. Here's all the ones I have so far. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch. Here's all my other backup tracks. Here. And here's Tally 1990 version 2. By the way, I would be using 1993, except that has a catch fence on the outside wall. I'm assuming that catch fence got built in real life shortly after this wreck. Would be my best guess. Alright, so AI grip modifier. Let's turn this down to like 0.9. drafting distance. I'm actually going to turn that up just a tad, because they didn't draft as close back then, at least in the middle of the race. What else was I looking for? Oh yeah, decel. 0.8 panic decel. Let's put like 1.2. Alright, then I just wanted to have a few lesser, just fewer cars and turn the difficulty up a little bit. As you know, I have to save it 50 times or otherwise it doesn't work. Alright, loading the game back up. Yeah, you can run Talladega without restrictor plates. Go into the track INI file, wherever it says track or chassis type. Switch it to either 5 or 0. I think either works to take the restrictor plates off. So I think it's usually at like 4 or 1. I forgot off the top of my head what the numbers usually are. 18. 19. Get rid of 2 cars. Oh, I wanted to turn the difficulty up just a bit. Hopefully Rick Mast is in this qualifying lineup too, because that would be nice having the number 1 car there as a added bonus detail. Nope. No Rick Mast. Oops. Oh. Hey! Oh! Just trying to adjust the window and I accidentally moved it halfway off the screen. The fastest, I think it's physically possible for the user to go in this game without adjusting a bunch of things to make the AI glitch out and go glitchy fast. The fastest I've ever gone user and the fastest I've ever seen is 267 in this game. That's usually at Pigs Creek with all the weather conditions right. And if you can get perfect drafting. Yeah, if it's at 5, then set it to 0, I believe, to take restrictor plates off. I believe. So hopefully we have a little bit more luck this time. I turn the AI grip modifier down so that way the AI cars are more prone to spinning out as opposed to just sticking to the pavement like they did when I tried to spin them and sending me sideways. I increased the drafting distance a little bit so they're not quite as clustered and bunched together. I turned the panic decel and regular decel down so if I try to brake to get a car right on my rear bumper to kind of hook me, they won't like slam on their brakes as much. Same thing with the panic decel. That's mainly for the wreck, so maybe a couple other cars can pile in. I guess I'm trying right now. Come on. Ah! Just missed the wall. Need to get a good bounce on one of the tumbles to send me airborne. It's kind of hard going up the bank tumbling to get even more airborne because you're already going all those up in the air, all those feet that the banking itself is. Sure, I'll switch it to TV too because that's about the camera view that the TV replay was. All right, try that again. Just a word of advice, though, if you're going to try racing for fun without the restrictor plates on, you might want to tweak the grip up just a little bit. Maybe just by like a 1/10 or 2/10 of a point. Only because if you're going to be racing around a super speedway at 260 miles an hour, you're either not going to have enough grip and you're just going to spin right out, or you're just going to fly up right into the outside wall from being too tight. Just a word of advice. Austin Dillon reenactment? Yeah, that one's still going on. I've done 5 parts. I mean, I'll do part 6, I think, at some point. Have I done 5 or 4? But yeah, I mean, there's only so many attempts I can do while trying to do other videos as well. That one's super close, one I made that video for a while back. It's so close. That was a pretty popular one, but yeah, I'll try to eventually get it perfect again. At some point I'll do a follow-up part to the Austin Dillon wreck. God knows, even though I've done 4 or 5 parts, that one's still probably the most requested one I get. Not counting like insanely super recent ones like the Timothy Peters one or Eric Almirola's crash, which, disclaimer, now that we all know he's okay and should make a full perfect recovery, I will do that one eventually. Even though it's going to be really hard because 2 other cars get together and then he comes flying in. Maybe I'll have to be Joey, turn Danica on purpose while we are in front of Almirola, turn the AI grip like off and the panic decel off, and hopefully he, if he's lucky enough to be in the outside line, just flies and hits us. That's the only way I could think of doing that without being online, which, being online with a field that full, never going to get everyone to cooperate. Oh! I think Martin went over, though, too. So that one might not count. Let's not get too excited. Plus, Martin went on his side, so I might not even count that one. And I didn't necessarily do a full tumble before I even went over. We'll see the replay. Yeah. As much as I want to, I'm not going to count that one just because Martin went really airborne. And, like, no other cars were involved except for just us 2. But obviously, that was the closest one yet. I'll save it for a future thumbnail. But yeah, just because Martin got so airborne and no one else was involved, I'm not going to have that one be the attempt. It's the best one yet, but I'm obviously going to keep going to get a better one. Alright, I guess I should save that one, shouldn't I? So, at least you know it's possible. It's a step in the right direction. Just need to get a little luckier on a future attempt. To get a couple other cars maybe involved. Have me tumble maybe a couple more times. And yeah, have no other cars fly through the air like that. But I will save it. Damn it. I thought I hit cut before. Guess I didn't. Jimmy Horton flip. Done. 1. Alright, try that again. Why do people keep asking me about the Cars 3 crash and have been for the last 6 months to my knowledge when the damn movie isn't even out yet? How is that possible? How am I supposed to recreate something that no one knows what it looks like except for one little tumble through the air in slow motion in the trailer? Can't exactly make a full reenactment out of that. And besides the Ricky Bobby one, which I will do more of in the future, trust me. I'm trying to keep it to mainly real crashes. I think one of the best suggestions for a fantasy or fictional wreck attempt I've ever gotten was Gary the Snail's blowout and crash in the Great Snail Race. If anyone in any paint scheme can make me a Gary the Snail paint scheme. I would love to do that to the best of my abilities. I think I died laughing when I saw that suggestion. I forgot where I saw that, but it was months ago. Am I going to watch Cars 3? I don't think I've ever seen Cars 2. Alrighty, hopefully no one else gets on their side this time. No one steals my airborne thunder. Actually, I'm going to slow down because in real life there was like 2 separate packs. There was a few cars up front and then there was the second pack, which Horton was towards the front of. Oh, close. That one was actually really close. If he would have went over, that would have been it. Because I tumbled way better, and I was in the second pack. So close. And a couple other cars were involved, but no one else went airborne. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it.
Drivers, start your engines!
Needed to get a little more of a launch with one of those tumbles to actually get enough clearance to go over the wall. So yeah, this is basically what Ricky Craven's crash would have looked like had there been no catch fence. Good thing they made it in those 3 years. What a concept. Putting up a catch fence on an exterior wall of a racetrack where the cars are going 200 miles an hour, really susceptible to getting airborne, and on the other side of said wall with no catch fence there's a 60-foot drop-off. Seems safe enough. What has Shia LaBeouf been doing recently? Aside from getting arrested for weird, non-felonious crimes and yelling into green screens, I have no idea. Shia LaBeouf. Alright, once again, there's kind of 2 separate packs, which I like, because in the replay there are like a half dozen cars in front of the bigger pack, which Jimmy Horton was near the front of on the inside line. So I'm going to try that again. Oh. Oh, that was close. That's probably the hardest wreck I've ever seen. Head on into an outside wall, at least. Gordon got airborne there too.
Drivers, start your engines!
Ow. Yeah, Formula 1, I will admit, was really, really exciting back in the day, but yeah, now it's basically just who has the better funded team. Formula 1 now is kind of like how NASCAR was back in the 60s and 70s. When people who could afford like a car that literally had twice as much horsepower as like the rest of the field. Richard Petty. I'm just kidding. Not kidding. I'm not taking anything away from his legendness, but you can't exactly say those 200 wins were all him when for a lot of the time he was racing with a car that was like way more powerful than the rest of the majority of the field. Once again, not taking anything away from Richard Petty before I start getting hate mail. But come on. Being allowed to race in a race with a V8 when half the other field had V6s. Alright, come on, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy! I thought we were wise guys. Oh, now we're kind of too bunched up right now. I don't like this. Alright. Oh, I got into the grass. That's a failed attempt. It's probably the craziest ride someone's ever taken without actually rolling over.
Drivers, start your engines!
ARCA or NASCAR? Well, depends what you like. If you're watching for skilled professional racing, then NASCAR's the way to go. If you're the kind of fan that watches for the wrecks, then ARCA's the way to go. ARCA does have some really exciting racing, though. ARCA just for the brakes? What you mean, the lack thereof? The brakes. Mods or late models? Both. Alright, 3, 2, 1, green flag. My second sip of my beer I opened 50 minutes ago. Letting a couple other cars pass because Horton was like in 5th or 6th, I believe, at the time of the wreck. That's why I slowed down. Oh, look at Swerve and Irvin almost swerved into Earnhardt. Alrighty. I have a good feeling about this one. Backside board slide. 3,000 points. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I just grinded the wall and came to a stop on top of it. That anticipation of that rhyme almost threw me off and tongue twisted me. Try that again.
Start your engines!
Daytona or Talladega? Can't choose between the two of those. They're equally great. Although Talladega, I will say, has one advantage that I think the fans all love, but I'm sure the drivers hate that this is a factor, that Talladega, unlike Daytona, actually has a race in the chase. Because, yeah, the fans probably love that. Who's going to avoid these completely random wrecks that take out complete innocent bystanders and survive till the end of the race and actually still be in the chase? The fans like that. I'm sure the drivers don't. Mark Martin's 2009 flip is on my to-do list. That's another one of those difficult ones, like Kurt Busch's 2013 or Matt Crafton this year, where another car was sideways first and then clipped their back end and sent them over. Although Kurt Busch rolled like how Mark Martin did. Obviously Matt Crafton's was a blowover, rather. Excuse me. I don't drink beer that much anymore, because I have one sip and I'm burping for like 10 minutes. Once again, he rode on the wall but didn't actually go over. Another close one, but didn't go over. Next. So we've had one where I've actually gone over the wall. Except Mark Martin was also airborne and no one else was involved, so I couldn't count that one. The flip itself looked alright, but all the other details. Jimmy Horton or Tim Hortons. I was wondering when someone was going to make a Tim Hortons reference. Pizza Hut. How did we get from talking about Talladega and Daytona to Pizza Hut? Clint Boyer's blowover for sure. Over Crafton's, because Clint was actually able to keep driving, had minimal suspension damage, was actually able to drive back to his pit stall and finish the race. Crafton's was too damaged to keep going. Why are we having random votes between random things? Who do you guys think is the most hated driver? Not personally, just overall in the sport. Who do you think is the most hated driver? Logano, Kyle Busch, or Johnson? I actually think Logano gained some fans back after he was in that Kansas wreck and showed legitimate concern for Almirola. Meanwhile, Danica's bitching, my luck sucks. I always have bad luck. My life sucks. Meanwhile, someone's being loaded onto a stretcher whose health they don't know the extent of. Stupid Danica. If she had any fans before that, most of them probably left after that interview. And I gotta say, I'm not a... I know this is a really weird thing for me to say, but drivers I've disliked / liked in the future, or in the past, I should say, I've had my opinions of them change completely, sometimes just based on certain interviews they've done. Like Logano, for example, I hated him, basically ever since he fucked over Kenseth, and just because ever since he became talented and basically turned into a brat afterwards. But just like I said, that Kansas interview after that Amarola wreck, I actually did gain a lot of respect back for him. Same with Johnson yesterday. I don't like Johnson that much, but the way he was able to shake off that hard hit, he wasn't like all pissy that like his luck was bad. He wasn't like all in a pissy, angry, negative mood. He was just saying he was thankful to be alright. He tried everything he could to avoid the wreck, letting his friends and family know that he was alright, and even cracked a joke about needing to change his underwear at the end of the interview, which I laughed at. Of course, if that was Danica, she would just bitch, "Ah, my luck sucks, my life sucks." One of the highest paid drivers in NASCAR. I think she's had one top 10 in her entire career, and she's complaining that her luck sucks. Pretty sure her life is pretty damn good, all things considered. Given that if she was another gender, given how bad she's been, she would not be in the sport, and wouldn't have been for the past few years. Sorry, I'm done ranting. Are we actually going to be able to go over the wall this time? Orange cone or commitment line. Get over. Oh, you bastard. DW or Digger? Which was your favorite? Which would you rather see booted from the sport, even though I know Digger is already gone? DW or Digger? The Digger cam. I can't be certain. I'm just completely speculating. I mean, in addition to it being a really weird concept, having a stupid little CGI gopher be in the bottom of the screen, and how cheesy it was. Pretty sure the reason was that whole Digger thing was so short-lived is, I don't know, my first thought, it rhymes awfully a lot like a very bad unspoken word that I'm pretty sure is thrown around a lot in the NASCAR fan base, given a... Not saying everyone, but generally speaking, it's a stereotype that NASCAR fans are drunk, southern, racist rednecks. And yes, I know that's not really the case anymore. Just a stereotype. Once again, I'm ranting about completely random stuff. Actually gonna get over the wall this time. Monster Jam or Stadium Super Trucks? The Super Trucks for sure. Well, that didn't end the way I wanted it to.
Driver,
Yeah, when did DW's catchphrase become "Are you kidding me"? I noticed that happening like a year or so ago. Dinger 2013. Wasn't that 2011 or 12 he rolled over at Talladega? Alright, I'll try not to roll over on the backstretch this time. I wonder if Jimmy Horton is Jim Norton's cousin. Any other stand-up comedy / comedy addicts who know Jim Norton? Did I see Brendan the Gent? Alright. Hopefully go over the wall this time without anyone else getting airborne. No one steal my thunder. Let me go over the wall, tumble a couple times first. Have a few other cars involved, but no one else go airborne. Is that asking for too much? Alright. Some invisible contact. No. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be my third to last attempt. We're approaching the top of the hour. I got to get going soon. I want to thank you all for watching this video. Really appreciate the support from all you guys hanging around to watch this live, or those of you that are watching this after it's live, once it's archived as a regular upload. Hopefully we won't need to do a part 2 since we got 3 more attempts left. Three more attempts. What the hell is this sponsor? Raybestus? Is that like a play on words of asbestos? I don't know. It could... there's a possibility it's not. I could just be reading that wrong, but... Raybestus? Or Raybestus? If that is what that sponsor is called, and that's a play on asbestos... I'm no expert on marketing. If you're gonna make a company name, it's probably best not to base it off a play of words of a material that's notorious for causing lung cancer. I'm gonna open up a company tomorrow called Ricotine. Crystal meth. Oh. Come on. Come on. Oh, you bastard. Alright. Second to last attempt.
Drivers, start your
Kanye 2020. My God. If this country comes to that, I'm already disappointed enough in Trump. I wasn't for anyone this past election before I started stirring up politics stuff. I was as neutral as you could possibly be. So I knew it was going to be a shit show if Hillary won, and I knew it was going to be a shit show if Trump won. Trying to remain as unbiased as possible. And God knows if all the super wacky coastal cities liberals didn't come out of the woodworks just to blindly vote for Hillary in this last election, God knows they will for Kanye. The entire LA, Hollywood, New York City population, all those super liberal, high-populated coastal cities, they would just blindly vote for Kanye West to make sure just someone that wasn't in their political party didn't win. Can you imagine if Kanye runs and whoever he's running against wins? During the inauguration, whoever that person is giving their speech. Yo, yo, yo. I'm proud of you. I'm going to let you finish. But I had one of the best... the best presidential election campaigns of all time. I'm sure that joke's probably been made millions of times already. That was the day Taylor Swift officially went from a girl to a woman. Alright, are we gonna go over the wall this time? Alright, invisible contact. Nope. Alrighty. A kofefe. Alright, so since it didn't happen this time, will we, for the first time in the history of Cody H Gaming's Can I Recreate live streams, will we have a perfect attempt on the last one of the stream? Or will it just be more disappointment? Yeah, because Taylor Swift was all country and shit before that, and then she basically became her stupid pop crap afterwards. She was doing all those country little teenage girl songs, and afterwards... Never, ever, ever, ever! I think some of Kanye's pop/R&B-ness kind of rubbed off on Taylor Swift that night when he snatched the microphone out of her hand. Yo, Trump, I'm happy for you. Proud of you. I'm gonna let you finish. But I had one of the best presidential campaigns of all time. I did feel so bad for her in that. I don't anymore. But some fairly unknown artist who was against, like, Beyonce, Kesha, Lady Gaga, a bunch of other huge names at the time, trying to win her first award ever. She wins an award, she's given her speech. All she's saying is, I couldn't imagine ever winning something like this. I was just imagining this like as a little girl. And then all of a sudden some dude runs up on stage, snatches the microphone out of your hand, says someone else deserved the award. The producers of the show freak out, cut your speech short, and then that's your memory of your first ever music award. The moment you dreamed of as a little kid, I'm sure, ever since she started singing, back before she could probably barely walk or talk. And that's how it ends up. Yes, I know this incident that happened going on 10 years ago has already been covered a bunch of times. I actually was just recently rewatched that. Just dying laughing. No, that can't be the last attempt. I need to have a chance. I messed up the spin and got into the grass. Alright, one more attempt. Psych.
Roll
What happened to Kesha? I don't know. I guess whoever invented the $ sued her for royalties. So she had to give up all her earnings to the inventor of the $. Alright, so this time I'm not going to spin or mess up the spin into the grass. Hopefully tumble up and over. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Covfefe. Can someone make me a Covfefe sponsored car? Kind of like the Me car in Ricky Bobby, except it just says Covfefe on the hood. And Donald Trump's face. Alright, last attempt. Hopefully it's a perfect one. Get over the wall, get some other cars to pile up, tumble a few times beforehand, but no one else goes airborne. Can it happen? Or will it be more disappointment? Ah, darn it. More disappointment. How many sparks do you think was flying past his face, if that was real life, considering the car was sliding right on the driver's side window for a good 500 feet? Right there, there'd just be a bunch of sparks coming up into the driver's area. Darn it. Well, I got that one over the wall attempt that at the very least I can use as a thumbnail for part 2. One of these times I'm gonna get another stream where I can actually get what I'm trying to reenact in the first video. Alright, so that is it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button. Thank you for all your support. Subscribe if you are interested for notifications for future videos. As an added bonus, if you hit the little bell right after you subscribe, you'll get notifications for the live streams, which, as a lot of you know, is the majority of what I do. So subscribing really helps, and then hitting that button afterwards if you want notifications for the live streams. Got some social media links down in the description you guys can check out. And that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I hope to see you then, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace. Bye.